Yes, yes, Monday Sportif fans. This is a special preview of the playoff final between Leeds and Southampton. We have got Southampton fan and sports journalist Lee from No Smoke Sport on the line in a second. And all I have to say is just apologise for my gaffe at the start of the episode. Just move past that, move it. But yeah, cut to.
Hi, it's Harry with Lee from No Smoke, my Lee's former No Smoke buddy. It's good to be back on with you doing content for Monday Sportif this time around. And you must be buzzing, absolutely buzzing to be in the playoff final because it is the biggest game in football. At least on paper, it is in terms of the money you get from it.
Yeah, huge. Biggest game I can remember being a part of in a long time. Obviously, I've seen us in a League Cup final. I've seen us in an FA Cup final. But yeah, this just feels very very special. Buzzing, yeah. Excited, certainly. Nervous, definitely. So yeah, all the emotions, Harry.
And I was just thinking that I remember who beat you in that League Cup final, but I won't say anything about that.
The referee,
United.
the referee beat us
I'm a
in
United fan.
that
Sorry,
final.
sorry, but I will be rooting for you. I will be rooting for you, and I will be rooting for you against Leeds. So that is the main thing. We are united in that front, and it's a tough game, but you don't really know what Leeds side are going to turn up.
No, you don't really know what Southampton side are going to turn up either. To be honest, it's one of those that we both had very good seasons. Um, both probably lost games that we shouldn't have lost in order to get top two. Um, but I think both teams are capable of. It could be a close affair. On paper, it should be a close affair, but I think both teams on their day are capable of tanking the other team as well. So yeah, it's one of those. It's hard to know which way it's going to go. I mean, we beat them twice this season in the league, um, but I don't for a second think that's going to have any bearing on Sunday's result. Um, I'm not drawing too much on the league. I think we've been um, we've both been pretty consistent throughout the season, and it's right that third and fourth should be in the playoff final. And two massive clubs. So for the neutral, it's going to be a great game to watch.
And I've got to get your thoughts on this. What do you make of the prosthetic limbs and all sorts? I don't know if you've seen it, but there was prosthetic limbs in the air. There was crazy old man dancing. It looked like a real party atmosphere, as you say, and it really captured the public's imagination back home.
I've been a season ticket holder now for over 20 years, and I can't remember. I mean, we've had some great nights at St Mary's. We had some great nights at Dale. Um, and I mean, I went to see us play Milan away, which was fantastic. Inter Milan at home, one of the best atmospheres, but I've never seen anything quite like what we had Friday night, especially when the coach turned up. There was thousands and thousands of us outside St Mary's. There was smoke going off. It was incredible. I couldn't see my hand in front of my face at one point. It was chaos. But it was something special, and felt like that gave the players that little lift, that little edge. Wasn't such a fan of fans going on the pitch at the end of the game. I didn't go on the pitch, but I can understand it to a degree that I think the club have kind of wound the fans up all week to get behind the team and to emphasise on the atmosphere and be the 12th man. So I think once we finally pulled on whistle, when it was kind of almost like a release, excitement, jubilation. But yeah, run on the pitch wasn't for me. I just went to the pub and celebrated there. But yeah, it was a brilliant night.
And in terms of the players you've got, I mean, Adam Armstrong has been phenomenal this season. Absolutely phenomenal player. Can definitely be a game changer. But I think another one is also Will Smallbone. I hope I've got his first name right there. Will Smallbone.
Yeah.
He's a good creative player, good spark, can get the team moving. Is that how you see it, or do you think there's other game changers in there that obviously as a Southampton season ticket holder you're well more versed in?
I had to eat humble pie a little bit on Friday because I've been one of Will Smallbone's biggest critics this season. He's been below average in a lot of games. But he was brilliant on Friday night. He was absolutely fantastic on Friday night. And we wouldn't have got to Wembley without the performance he put in. So I hope that Will Smallbone turns up on Sunday and not the Will Smallbone we've seen in other parts of the season. But no, there's a couple more players. You touched on Adam Armstrong as well. He's had a fantastic season. But there's two players that sort of stand out for me. Carl Walker-Peters, absolutely sensational player. He's been brilliant. The fact he gave us a year in the Championship says a lot about him. He should be in a top 6 Premier League club. I'm not just saying that. He should be. And he walks into most teams in the Premier League. When he does next season, because if we don't go up, or even if we do, I think there's a strong possibility he moves on to bigger and better things than Southampton. But when he does, you watch him get that England call up then. And he plays in a position where we're not blessed with wing backs at the moment with England. I mean, we're struggling with injuries going into the Euro. I don't know why you wouldn't pick someone like him with his versatility that can play on the right and the left, just as a backup option. But that's for another argument. But another player I must highlight is Flynn Downs, who we've had on loan from West Ham. Brilliant player. He's been so influential. There's been a real noticeable difference when he's been out of the team through injury, or he had E. coli, he was sick around Christmas time, and every time he doesn't play, our form dips hugely. And whenever he plays, we look a better team for him for it. So yeah, they've been my two standout players, as well as Adam Armstrong with his goals and assists this season.
And lastly, I guess, or as we come to close, a word on the manager as well. Russell Martin, he's a young manager. He's come in. I think was it Swansea before? Am I right in saying that? Or
yeah,
I think he was. Yeah,
yeah.
Swansea, and he's building a reputation. I mean, he's not really in the conversation the way McKenna is with his top jobs, but he's building a reputation. Are you a fan? Do you think if he gets you up, that's a job well done, or is there more that you think that he could be doing tactically?
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of Russell Martin. I think he's come in and galvanised not just a squad, but a club, and that's what we've been lacking in the last few years. It kind of fell away towards the end of Hasenhüttl's reign. Nathan Jones was the most shocking appointment, one of the most in the history of the Premier League, to be honest. Even though he's the best manager in Europe, but blows my mind that we even appointed that bloke. But no, he's come in and he's galvanised the squad. He's got a good relationship with the fans, and the players seem to love him and will run through walls for him. The only thing I would say about him is he is very stubborn in his beliefs of how football should be played, and that is playing it out from the back, which at certain times of the season, well, more than that, like a lot of the season has been incredibly frustrating because we tend to concede goals through unforced errors, through our own mistakes, through playing it out the back, taking too many passes, not being more direct. And you've noticed the last few weeks since Gavin Bazunu has been injured and Alex McCarthy's been playing in goal, we've been forced to play a little bit more direct because he's not as good on the ball as Gavin Bazunu is in goal. I mean, Gavin Bazunu touches the ball more than most, probably more than every other goalkeeper in the league combined. It's ridiculous how many passes he makes a game. But Alex McCarthy doesn't have that same ability as a goalkeeper as he does. So it's been nice to see us play more direct. I just worry and fear that if we go into the Premier League, we can't, and we start playing like out from the back, which he will do because that's what he believes in. We're going to get some tankings next season. So I worry about that if I need to worry about that on after Sunday. But yeah, that's the only thing I would say. But yeah, of course I'm a fan.
And lastly, how important do you think it is for the club to go up straight away? Because you've certainly got the quality there, and also the Championship is a league that you can kind of get sucked into if you're not careful. It can teams can wallow in the Championship for a while, and they can reflect on, oh, what if we'd have gone up in that time? So I don't think it will be the case with Southampton win or lose, but it's a danger.
It's certainly important. I mean, from a financial aspect, it's huge. If we don't go up this season, I think we will lose some players that did stick around. Cole Peters will definitely go. And I think we may struggle to keep hold of some of the players that we've got on loan this season that have been so influential. Like Taylor Harwood-Bellis, Flynn Downs. Yeah, it's going to be tricky. Whatever happens Sunday, it's going to be tricky because we're either going to lose players or we're going to not have a good enough squad for the Premier League, and we're going to have to seriously invest. So whatever happens on Sunday, it's going to be tricky. But yeah, from a club point of view, huge to go into the Premier League. From a fan point of view, I don't know. I'm not really one that's looking forward to another year in the Premier League where we're going to lose every weekend. I've enjoyed the Championship, but I also know that it won't be exactly the same in the Championship next season. We may not have such a strong squad, so it's one of those. But I'm trying not to look past Sunday, and I just want to see my team win at Wembley, to be honest, and just enjoy the day out and enjoy the occasion.
Well, best of luck. I hope you do it, and yeah. It's going to be a tough old game. It's going to be a weird old game. I don't know what to expect from it, but yeah, it should be a cracker. So thank you for your time as ever.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, mate.